Yeah. No, that's real. I just ain't want to, you know what I mean?
Nah, you good.
Yeah, but yeah, man, we back, man. What's the name of this? What's the title of this, Tay?
So this is
Hold on, pause. Hold on. Run it, get back to 0.
Let's go back to 0.
Yeah,
All right,
what's the
it was
title?
pretty much what if a 20.0 earthquake happened?
Hit the earth, I guess. Right?
Yup. And what city would survive?
All right.
So this is like some scientific shit.
Word.
But
Lighter,
let's
that
roll
was
the
on
tape.
fucking lighter, bro.
No, you didn't lose it. It's right here.
Like,
Imagine the glasses in your
no,
house
it's on
are
6.
clinking, books are falling
This
off the
is real nigga
shelves,
hours.
and the lights go out and come back on. What is this? The shooting of the next part of Paranormal Activity. No,
You ever been in an
it's a
earthquake?
magnitude 5
How many
earthquake.
times?
Magnitude
Twice.
is the amount
Me too.
of seismic
Okay.
energy
Virginia?
that's released
Yep.
during an
Yeah,
earthquake. It's measured according to the Richter scale, or the more accurate MMS, or Moment Magnitude Scale, created by Thomas Hanks and Hiro Kanamori.
Thomas
According
Hanks.
to
An earthquake
the
only
MMS,
happens when
for example,
when two
an
crusts come in
underground
collide with each
detonation of a
other.
1 megaton
Right?
nuclear bomb.
Yeah, like the plates. They
will
shift.
The plates, they
cause
Start
shift.
moving, yeah.
When they hit,
six
that's what they call
earthquakes.
Shake
earthquake.
up the
When
shit,
the
yeah.
magnitude is increased by 1,
Scary shit.
an earthquake's
See it in person.
energy is increased by 32 times. But can a massive earthquake create a black hole? What magnitude would it take to destroy the universe? And what if we take 5 cities, New York, Berlin, Moscow, Tehran, and Madrid, and see which of them can survive the maximum magnitude
They ain't even put
and
the
make
US
it all
in
the
there,
way
did
to the
New
earthquake
York.
that
New York,
will
huh?
destroy the earth?
Which city will withstand it? Let's see. We got the light.
What
I
is
can't
the
even tell.
maximum magnitude? In theory, magnitude 46 would release energy 1,000 times the mass of the observable universe. This will be enough
Really?
to reverse its expansion. Galaxies will change their trajectory and head towards the center of the universe. At some point, the Big Bang will happen, only in reverse. The entire
Yeah.
universe, including the Earth and us, will just stop existing.
That is true, it is
Magnitude
that.
46 will turn the whole shebang into a huge black hole. Scientists don't know if anything can cause such a magnitude in space. Most likely, it's impossible.
We don't know what's out there,
That's
though.
a good thing.
It's space.
I'm gonna let you know.
But what
Everything.
causes Earth on Earth? The Earth's crust, the outer layer of our planet, is not an integral membrane. It consists of lithospheric plates that don't remain static. Deep inside the Earth, magma is heated, which then rises and collides with the Earth's crust. Magma flows set the lithospheric plates in motion. When one plate collides with another, the energy
Is that a
from
fact, though?
collision causes
Is the core
the
actual- have they
fluctuations
seen it?
that
Have they got
we
people
call
out
an
there?
earthquake.
They
Let's
can't get
see
close
what
to it.
happened to
Yeah.
It's
cities
so
in
deep, and on
a
top of that,
magnitude
the
earthquake.
heat itself is basically just gonna melt whatever away.
Universe are
Once you
getting
go,
nervous.
yeah, remember, like
Aftershocks are felt in Manhattan skyscrapers. The fastenings of the Unisphere in Queens can't take it.
the crust
It
is very
breaks off
thin.
and
Yeah.
goes through the park until it gets stuck in some trees. In the Plaza Mayor in Madrid, the slate spires are cracking.
I think it's in 4 different
Tourists
layers:
begin to
the crust,
panic.
mantle, and
Residents
then
of
magma.
panel-built
Yeah, the
houses
magma,
in
yeah, I remember,
Berlin
yeah.
can hear
And then
a
it's the
terrifying
believe
crackling
it's how it
sound, and panic-stricken run out into the streets. In Moscow, church bells start tolling on their own, and in Tehran, a few old buildings collapse.
Tehran.
But magnitudes between 5 and 5.9 will have no serious consequences. What magnitude does it take to destroy an entire galaxy? If we take the amount of energy equivalent to magnitude 36, we will get a supermassive black hole with the same mass as the Milky Way
Yeah,
has.
see, that's what I'm saying. We
Damn.
can't
If it
control
meets
it.
another galaxy
That is true,
along
because
the
there's a
way,
black hole at the center of the
that
Milky Way.
galaxy will be torn apart. Then we'll see stars and planets warping and stretching over the black hole event horizon. The radiation coming from the black hole at that point will disperse the galactic gas clouds. Eventually,
The
the
galactic
entire
blast. what's it called?
will be
The Glizzy Gladiator.
without a trace.
The Galactic Glizzy.
Now, let's get back to Earth and see what earthquake magnitude can cause the first serious destruction. After an earthquake with a magnitude of between 6 and 6.9, the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, and the Flatiron Building begin to crumble in New York. The four towers of the Cuatro Torres business area of Madrid start cracking too. St. Francis Cathedral is falling apart right in front of tourists. Charlottenburg Palace in Berlin won't survive this earthquake. Neither will the area in which it's located. In Moscow, Chermushki and other residential areas are collapsing. Their residents are now cut off from the city center. The subway is flooded by the Moscow River. Meanwhile, in Tehran, almost nothing happened. Several cracks appeared on the city's main university building. The earthquake, with a magnitude of between 6 and 6.9, will bring the first serious destruction. We already know the magnitude that can destroy the universe and the galaxy. And to destroy the sun, it's enough to reach magnitude 25. If this occurs, energy will be released in the amount of 10 by the power of 35 megatons of TNT equivalent. The same amount is released in a supernova explosion. Before it explodes, the sun will increase in size to the extent that it consumes Mercury, Venus,
we don't
and
control this
possibly
shit.
Earth.
That's what I'm
Then
saying.
it will lose its shell, leaving only the core, a white dwarf star. When the nucleus
They
accumulates
probably
enough
have an
mass,
instant too.
1.44 of the sun's mass, an explosion will occur, equivalent to magnitude 25.
What's the spaceship? It's because of the spaceship?
No, that's 36
Terrifying to
black
imagine
hole,
what would
supermassive
happen
black
to
hole.
Oh, that's
the Earth
okay,
from an earthquake of that magnitude. Fortunately, earthquake's force is limited
spaceship.
on our planet. It depends
The thing is, that's
on
what might happen too.
lithospheric plates
They get a
and the plate's
spaceship.
ability to store built-up energy from a collision. Therefore, the maximum possible magnitude of an earthquake on Earth is 9.5. But even a much smaller magnitude is enough to destroy cities on our planet. All of New York's brick buildings, including Brooklyn Heights, are falling into ruins. The famous Brooklyn Bridge collapses, broken in half. Subway tunnels are being filled with debris from collapsed roofs. People trying to leave the city by car can't control them due to violent tremors. In the capital, Russia, Moscow city skyscrapers are being demolished. Two deep fractures appear in the central and southern parts of the city. The city divides into two parts. In Tehran, the Azadi Tower falls. And the most earthquake
It's like everything goes to hell. It goes to shit.
The International Tower can't withstand the tremors of such a force. It splits in half. Madrid
that's
and
a 9.5?
Berlin are no longer on the map. They couldn't survive a magnitude 8.9 earthquake.
Damn.
We have 3 cities left. Which of them will survive the most powerful earthquake?
Now, where is that at?
Alright,
Nice.
here comes the magnitude from 9 to the maximum possible on the Earth. 9.5.
Okay.
All the buildings on the New York mainland are completely destroyed.
Damn.
And Manhattan sinks into the water. In Moscow, violent tremors and deep fractures make one part of the city slide
They are just
under
blowing
the
the
other.
whole fucking
Half
city up.
of Russia's
The
capital
graphics,
will
like-
melt into boiling magma beneath the Earth's crust. In Tehran, additional areas are being demolished and all plumbing and communications are breaking down. In this battle, Tehran turned out to be the most prepared. There are survivors in the city who will be able to see the last earthquake on Earth. Imagine going outside and seeing high-rise buildings collapse in a matter of seconds. Trees are wrenched from the ground and tossed like salad. Cars are thrown many meters up into the air. What's going on?
Basic as
You're witnessing the earthquake that will destroy the Earth. Its magnitude is 19.
Damn.
You watch
like
as the
COVID
fractures on
19.
the Earth are growing larger and deeper. Our planet is literally being torn apart. Now, instead of the Earth, fragments and space debris orbit the sun. The maximum earthquake that can occur on our planet is half the magnitude that's fatal
they
to
had in
us.
Hollywood. They
But
just showing
what
it so
if
traumatic.
people accidentally rock the Earth just a little too much? At the FIFA World Cup final in 2018, fans in Mexico were so excited about their team's victory that they jumped to such an extent that seismographs in Mexico City detected magnitude 2 fluctuations. What will happen
Man, they
if the
cause earthquakes
entire
for real.
world population gathers in
Them
one
soccer-
location
them soccer
and
fans is
jumps
different, though.
simultaneously? Write your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the channel. And see you in the next video.
Yeah, that's so. I don't know who the fuck you are.
Riddle.
Shout out Riddle. That was if 20.0 magnitude earthquake hit. Who gonna survive? Shit. I don't know who the fuck. This nigga took his time out to make this video. I don't even listen.
Bruh.
I can probably believe all that shit. That shit had me thinking about is the world flat. That shit.
Yo, to the fact that all pretty much Mexico, they all jumped and they made a magnitude of
2.2 jump.
Like, bruh, hold up, wait a minute. So
That's like a baby. That's like it registered.
So
Like,
everybody's jumping, bruh. Like, I'm gonna say probably about like 5, maybe 6.
all right, look. All right, so you said you've been in a couple earthquakes, right?
Yeah, man.
So the first time when you was in one, what was your first? What'd you think first? Like your first like when you seen like how did you realize it? Is how I should say.
Man, I realized because for some reason everything was shaking. And,
Like what? Like what was shaking?
Man, everything
Like what
in
you
the
looking
house,
at was like what the fuck? Like,
everything in the house was shaking and shit. And I'm
Like
like, what
moving.
the hell? I was like, shh, I don't know what the fuck is that. And all of a sudden I was like, I'm vibrating my damn self, so I ain't know what the fuck was going on.
Nigga, look. All right, what year that was?
That was a couple years back. That was way back.
2011, 12.
It was in the
13,
early
15.
2010s. It was in the early 2010s.
That's when I seen my shit on 2011, like October, and we was getting we had a big ass sectional, right? It was like basically a half a square, like the whole thing. So it was like fucking hella. I just got back from New York, had some bud or whatever, and I started smoking. Everybody else passed out low key, was like this looking like injured reserve, like. And then I started looking at the fucking picture. I was looking like, damn, I'm the last. It's the middle of the day. I'm like, I look at the picture. The fucking picture on the wall is doing this. I ran outside, right? So I at first I thought I was choking. Like, damn, this some good ass weed. That's it. Then I started looking at like other shit. I'm like, oh shit. I thought we was done. I thought it was it. I said, this is it. Niggas just knocked out. Niggas is on the couch. This section. So I low key wake niggas up. Couple niggas, hey man, get the fuck. But I'm running outside in the process. And when I come outside, everybody's outside like just looking like.
Yep.
Like I'm literally outside looking while the earth is shaking. I'm seeing cars.
Yep.
It's shaking.
Yep.
I swear to God, it was summertime. I never forget it. I was like,
Yep.
damn, that picture is moving. Like, I'm like,
Well, hold on, wait a minute.
oh shit! The bottle on the table, we had some fucking Cavassier or it was some brown. I remember it was some brown, and I was like, damn, nigga.
Yep.
I was like, and I was in Virginia.
Yep.
And then a tremor happened later, and then actually it's been a few times, no cap, because they said we can never have those.
Yeah.
I think my personal reaction, I'm gonna end on this, y'all. My personal reaction is I think that when you build on something so much, it's gonna have to fucking encave at a point. You gotta think about these buildings we got, not just us humans being on Earth. We only 100-some pounds apiece. You know what I'm saying? Like they building up, like this building we're in.
Yeah.
So I feel like, it will cave in, the faults do shift. They only put it scientifically for you, the faults are shifting. That means that the fucking ground is going in. Like, it's not, shit ain't working out, nigga. It ain't, and no, it's not that fucking scientific.
It's very crazy, too, when you think about it in a bigger picture. Like, the earth itself is rotating.
Facts.
And on top of that, it's also in a rotation
There's a lot of
around,
shit
the,
working
around the
parts
sun.
going on, yeah.
And then on top of that, like we move, but also the place that we walking on and like the ground we walk on.
Our cars is
moving,
on
too.
this. Our
Yeah.
like it's heavy weight on this fucking land.
So everything's moving. So
Where we at?
makes
We at 15. So what y'all think? Y'all let us know. Me and Tay, man. Thank you, Tay.
no problem.
Appreciate you, man. Y'all let us know what y'all think about this shit. Like, comment, subscribe, about this shit, man, and everything else. Yeah, hey, look, and listen. Remember that you, too, can find yourself in the fucking earthquake.